Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for. This is your September bonus reading. We're going to jump right in here. You have this unicorn. It says good fortune and friendship. You have this sun card. It says your perseverance is rewarded. Love it. The fire signs have had really good readings so far. Well, I shouldn't say the fire signs because I've only done Aries so far. But, again, this already looks pretty good for you here, Leo. So let's see what comes up. But, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I actually said to Libra that I'm really surprised that the air signs had really good readings because I thought that probably Capricorn would have had the best reading for this set of readings. We have Pluto going back to 29 degrees, and which I think is going to be a little bit challenging for most people. And Water and Earth definitely had more challenging readings than everybody else. But, again, fire looks good, air looks good. So, I don't know, I'm a little bit surprised with the energy is what I will say. You start with the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands, this is showing up in your just general energies. So the Two of Wands is about taking the lead on something. I mean, you're a Leo, so I don't really feel like this is an issue or anything like that. But what I would say is that you always get these cards that really represent kind of leaving a comfort zone. The Two of Wands, he has his village down here. And, if there's one superpower I could give to Leo, it would be leaving a comfort zone, doing something you've never done before. You even end with the Seven of Cups. Sometimes I feel with the Seven of Cups that the card is saying variety is a spice of life. You have to experience new things so that you can learn new things, and you might discover new things that you really love. Of course, you might discover some things that you hate because there's good things and bad things on the Seven of Cups, but the Seven of Cups really says get out into the world. And the Two of Wands, he's holding the world in his hands. So he really has to get out into the world so that he can get the things he wants. And your crossing energy is the Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family. Really it is a card of happiness. These people are choosing to be happy. They're focusing on these 10 cups above their heads. I kind of get the feeling that there's something you want that you don't have yet. And I'm not sure. It could be any, whatever. It could be anything, Leo. But it's you see your happiness. I feel like you see things that could make you happy, but you're just trying to manifest those things down on earth, or you're looking for answers on how to get this in your life. And again, this doesn't have to be love. It could be whatever it is that you think will bring happiness in your life. I definitely would, encourage you to just start being happy now. Look for things that can make you happy now, no matter what. And I would start practicing those things with the Ten of Cups. You show up in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. So you have the Strength card here. A lot of you, I feel, have been patient and patiently waiting. The Strength card is really about taming your inner voice or your inner demons or your inner critic. This lion has its tail between its legs, and the lady here, she is getting that lion to submit to her. And so she is the one that is taking control of her inner voice. I think that a lot of you, just looking around here at the table, have had a lot of experiences over the last few years where you have had, that have involved your inner voice. So this could be a good thing or a bad thing. There could have been triggering moments where, people said or did things to you and you had to control your inner voice, or, maybe it kind of brought up some limiting beliefs. It's sometimes someone does something to us in love and work and business, whatever, and it makes us feel inadequate or makes us feel like we can't do something. And so I feel like the Strength card is saying that you have been really working on, or maybe you feel like you've been forced to work on your inner voice or your inner demons, right? And you've had to kind of conquer a lot of those things. So I feel pretty good about this. I mean, it's you showing up. Whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength. But also I feel that it's saying that you have done a lot of work on yourself, which is only going to be beneficial for you. Next, you have the Seven of Pentacles in your foundation position. So there's probably some sort of change in your foundation. Your foundation is something that makes you feel secure. So it could be your home, it could be your business, it could be your career. So whatever is the foundation in your life that provides for you is where there is going to be a change that is happening. I would say that this has probably already happened because we go up to the Chariot. So some of you have experienced some sort of change in your foundation or security. What I would say is that this is going to be a good thing because you have the Chariot right here. But I also don't necessarily feel that this felt good. whatever it is, right? So it's like maybe some of you feel like you're being forced out of your career. It's like I don't really feel like you're getting fired if it's your career or whatever, but it almost gives me the feeling of things just not working out any longer, or you just don't enjoy it anymore. And so now you're like, great, I have to go look for something else, or I have to go do something else, right? And the Chariot is all about setting yourself apart. So I feel that the universe is making you do things to set yourself apart, or, the Ace of Cups can be love, but the Ace of Cups can also just be your heart. And it can say that the universe is creating change so that you can get closer to your heart. And I think everybody should do that right now. So again, I feel this is probably a good thing. Next, in the area of your past, this is the energy of what you are moving past. You have this request card and this awaken card. So a lot of you actually could be awakening right now. Maybe you asked for answers, or it's kind of funny because sometimes I feel we ask for something and then something challenging happens. It's like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, like, I've been trying to manifest more money and then I just lost all my money, right? Or I'm trying to manifest love and no one wants to be around me. Everybody says I stink, right? And so there's a reason that is happening. It's like the reason you manifest something and then like lose all your money is because what you're doing right now isn't working, and the universe is trying to get you to see something that could work. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like maybe in the past you asked for something and then something challenging happened, or maybe you went through like a challenging connection or a challenging business or a challenging relationship because you asked for something. And what I feel is that you have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is your heart. She only focuses on her heart and what her heart is telling her to do. So it's like the universe maybe brought you back to your heart, or is actively bringing you back to your heart. So you could be, doing more of the things that you love to do, or the universe is, kind of guiding you back towards the things that you love to do. And I would definitely listen to that. I would do more things that you love to do. It kind of feels like some of you are kind of focusing in, or it's like you're being forced to focus, right? I don't even know what that means, but it's popping into my head. So again, maybe you got too spread out, right? Like maybe you spread yourself too thin over the past couple of years, and it's kind of like it's almost like you're focusing back in on your heart and heart-based things. So you might find yourself like this month doing less, but I actually feel that you're probably doing more because you are working on things that are important. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this infinite possibilities. It says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. There you go. You have this Taurus card that says perseverance. It says, remember, slow and steady wins the race. Awaken your inner bull to give you patience. Yes. I do feel like some of you feel that you've taken a step backwards over the past few months or year or so, right? And, really, I don't think that's true. It might feel a little bit slow, but I actually feel like you're making a lot of progress, kind of like I said on that Queen of Cups. Really, what you're doing is you are refocusing your energies, which is making you more effective. It's like when you're too spread out, you're not really getting enough done, right? And it's like when you're more focused, you're getting much more done. And I feel like that's what this is saying. I love this infinite possibilities card. So, it looks really good. And that Sun card says your perseverance is being rewarded. So just don't give up. In the very near future, you also have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups could be love or a love offer. You also have the Page of Cups over the next few months. So, if you're looking for love, you have the Ten of Cups. You have pretty decent love cards here. So there definitely could be a love offer coming in for you. It's pretty interesting that almost every single person has had the Ace of Cups in this set of readings. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. It's doing enough, it's doing things that cause your emotions to overflow that you're really happy to do. I would say that if you are making a big change in work or business or any area of your life with that Seven of Cups, I would say like Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about really looking at what you're doing and saying like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I feel that if there has been a change that has happened, or if there's about to be a change, if you really look at how spread out you were or are, right? I feel like you'll see that a lot of the things that you're doing are not worth it. So even if you feel like you're taking a step back, I feel what's really happening is the universe is almost like forcing you to do the things that actually work in your life. And, that could be what's going on here. And again, this is a very good reading. So, I think things are going to go much better than you think. But the Ace of Cups is just happiness, your emotions overflowing. Next, In your outcome row, you have this moon's reflection. It says accept responsibility. I kind of feel like you are doing that with the strength card, which we talked about at the beginning. You have the moon in detriment, and it says cut your losses. I do feel like you're cutting your losses on something in your life. And, again, it's almost like I get this feeling of downsizing, but, I don't know that you're really like downsizing necessarily. I feel like you are downsizing what you do. It's instead of being so spread out, you're just focusing in, and the whole entire reading basically says that. You have the Page of Cups in the area of the next few months. So again, if you're looking for love, there definitely could be a love offer or love coming in for you with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can also be a dream. He has this fish in his cup there, and I always say that fish kind of represents something that he's imagining or dreaming of, but he needs to capture that fish and make sure it doesn't escape in the water behind him. So we don't actually know if that fish is real or not. Seven of Cups. We don't know if what he is trying to manifest on the Seven of Cups is real or not. He doesn't know if things are going to go his way or not. He has to find out. I say this all the time to your opposite sign, Aquarius, every single reading. I think I just said this to you in your September reading as well. So again, there's clearly something that you're imagining, could be love, business, or otherwise, doesn't matter. And it's like you're not going to know unless you kind of like bring it down to earth, right? You're never going to know what the outcome is going to be. But Page of Cups definitely could be love. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords there's a lot going on here that I feel with this Knight of Swords. Number one, I do feel like a person could, if you have a person coming in, it could move very quickly, and I don't necessarily feel that it's a bad thing. The other thing is the Knight of Swords is forcing that horse to run. You can see that horse looks kind of stressed out on the card. And I feel that some of you have developed the strength to know when people are trying to like force you to do things or trying to, force you into something. And I feel that the Knight of Swords is saying just like pay attention to that. I'm pretty sure this comes up for you in like every single reading I do for you as well. I'm pretty sure in like the mid-September reading, the last September reading I did was, there was something about you kind of like being forced into something or forced to do something. And again, I don't think we should force anything. So if someone's trying to force you to do something, that's a big red flag. It doesn't matter if it's love, business, or otherwise. It's definitely something I would pay attention to with the Knight of Swords. And, don't let someone force you to do something. You have the Chariot in the area of your future feelings, which is really good. The Chariot would be you feeling victorious, you feeling successful, also you feeling like you're moving away from something. He's leaving that city behind him and he is in alignment with exactly what he wants, so he's going to get it. And, the Chariot is all about being in alignment so that these two sphinxes here can guide you towards whatever it is that you'll want in your life. But I feel you're definitely leaving a comfort zone. Some of you could be like traveling or moving as well, or you could be moving in new directions. And the Chariot would definitely say that, you're heading right towards a victory or a success. Your outcome is the Seven of Cups. Just like Aquarius, like I said, your opposite sign. Seven of Cups is being unsure of the future. He's looking at these cups. There are good things and bad things in those cups, but right now it's just in his imagination. He doesn't really know how something is going to turn out until he chooses to manifest it here on Earth. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about manifesting something on Earth. You also have two sevens here. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles is analysis paralysis. It's like thinking about something too much and, just imagining what could potentially happen if you did do something in your life. And so I feel like there's nothing more for you to analyze in a situation. The Seven of Cups is saying you need to find out what is going to happen in a situation. And that's exactly what I would do with the Seven of Cups. With the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a good card of independence. So a lot of you maybe have been working on being more independent, being able to take care of yourself. I feel, I've said this to you before, Leo, like in the past, that I feel like Leos have had the karmic lesson of learning that, really people disappoint you, right? I feel like a lot of Leos, in life just kind of figure out that you have certain expectations that other people can't meet. And I feel like part of the lesson is that you're learning that your expectations are your own. Like no one can ever meet your expectations. It's impossible. So, I feel for a lot of you, maybe you're relying on yourself more, or you're just, and again, this could be a good thing as well. It's like like maybe you're realizing that you can't put too much pressure on people, or maybe you're realizing that you have to set certain boundaries. It's like in business, it's like I have several businesses that I have, and it's like I don't expect my employees to be able to do, pretty much anything that I can do, right? It's like I am the one that has to set the expectation, and if they don't meet it, that's on me, right? That's my fault. So I feel that type of energy with the Nine of Pentacles. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Wands. Go for it. Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? So Three of Wands is about kind of taking a leap of faith out to these boats. Those boats kind of represent an adventure that he could go on. Three of Wands is also a card of expansion. Again, it's also weird that, like, I feel like something is shrinking, but it's not. It's like you're actually about to expand, to a very big level if you put the work in, but it's like you are just refocusing, and maybe the mindset shift would help you out a lot, Leo. So again, I don't think you're shrinking at all. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Very intuitive time, so I would be trusting your intuition. The High Priestess is also the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head on the High Priestess. And yes, the High Priestess can represent like secrets, mysteries, all that other stuff, intuition. But really, she's a card of unlimited potential. And you also have this card that says infinite possibilities. So I think this reading is saying that really, that some sort of change is going to really expand the possibilities in your life. So it looks really good. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Love it. Nine of Cups is like fulfillment. Nine of Cups is about bathing in the energy of what you want. And it just says you have to be the thing that you want in your life before you can have it. And people always say, how is that possible? And I always say, well, the easiest thing to do is to adopt the habits of the thing that you want. So if you want love, love yourself. If you want love, take yourself out on a date. Do the things that you would do if you were in a relationship. Same thing with business. But I always say, single people act single, right? And there's nothing that creates more of an ick than a person who acts single, right? So it's like I have a million friends on Facebook. I swear to God, it's like I'm never on Facebook anymore, but every time I go on there, like all my friends that are single are always like, I'm crying again today because I'm single. I'm like, who would want to be around that? Right? You're not giving off a good vibe here. You're ruining my day, right? With your crying posts. So what I would say is change it, start posting positive things, right? Or change your story and you will get the things you want. Same thing in work, business, everything else. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. Yeah, we see a lot of taking the lead here. Two of Wands twice, Three of Wands. These are all cards of needing to take the lead towards something that you desire. So there you go. With the Page of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Definitely could be marriage. So you could be meeting a person that you will marry or, that you will commit to. Again, Four of Wands doesn't mean like you're absolutely 100% going to marry this person. Obviously, a lot goes into that, but, I do look at the Four of Wands as a positive sign. This could also represent freedom, and there's a lot of freedom here. You have this, the Chariot. You have that Page of Cups. I think all of this is saying that if you commit to the dream, whatever your dream is, that's what will create freedom in your life. So really, is it talking about love? Maybe not. Maybe this is saying you need to set yourself free. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is results. So especially in love, it's like what results does a person have? Ever since 2022 or something like that, the readings have really been saying pay attention to the evidence that a person is presenting, right? It's like, are they giving off good evidence or bad evidence? And I would just pay attention to the evidence of a person's life. If they have evidence that they put work into things and they're actually putting work into the relationship, probably a good person. If they say things and they don't do them, probably bad evidence, right? I also feel pretty good about work. There's definitely something about you in work and like how your expectations go in work. So it's like you have a certain standard for yourself, right? But it's like I feel like sometimes Leos need to see that it's like your standard is super high and it's like other people's standard is just the standard, meaning most people do the bare minimum, right? So I feel like in work or business, this is about, especially if you have a business, learning how to delegate, learning that no one is going to care about your business as much as you do, all that other stuff, and then just going in and just understanding that is going to be very important. With the Chariot, you have the Four of Pentacles. I would be careful of comfort zones for sure. This always comes up for you, Leo, but I think that everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. I'm probably going to say that to you for the next 20 years. So, I would say take a risk, get out there, do things you've never done before. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores, definitely heading towards improvements. So I feel like there could be some major improvements coming in for you if you head towards a dream. The dream could be pretty much anything that you're dealing with in your life, and that's that. I don't know. You have this gavel card that says involvement with the law. I'm pretty sure you are like the only sign that gets these legal cards in readings. And so if you are dealing with something legal, I actually feel pretty good about this. So things could be going your way. I'm not saying it doesn't feel like you're ending a legal situation, but if you are involved in a legal situation, this would represent like progress or things moving forward. You have this bread card. It says period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, definitely. And I would nurture that prosperity and abundance, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles says we have to be in an environment of success. So I think you have to put yourself in a place where you can be successful, where you can have more success, and you can do whatever. So I would definitely pay attention to that with that card. You have this frying pan card that says trouble, accusations. This is the triggering that we were talking about. I think that, I have a million Leos in my life, so what I will say is I'm cheating a little bit because it's like, I have, my dad's a Leo, my brother's a Leo, all my cousins, my aunt's a Leo, right? So it's like I've been around a billion Leos my entire life. And what I would say is I think that a lot of you are being triggered on purpose by people you work with, people you deal with, and all this other stuff. And I feel like it's trying to show you that, the thing about your expectations. But it's like, this is not a bad thing. I think this is something that is making you, kind of like take more responsibility for yourself, and also to like not stress out about it so much, right? It's like sometimes if we put these expectations on other people and we're constantly being disappointed, it's really our own fault. So, I feel like it's just telling you that people are going to be people. It's like, yes, you should set yourself up here because you're up here. Most people bare minimum, right? But that just means that you're going to create an amazing life, right? So that's what I would do. You have this flute. It says disappointment in a friend or a lover. Exactly what we're talking about. Wouldn't surprise me if you've experienced a disappointment in multiple people over the past several years, but I think you're learning a lot from it. You have this barrel. It says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. When I first read this card, I thought it said ideas on it. So, again, I think some of you need better ideas, or you just need to leave comfort zones. It's like maybe all your ideas are inside of a box and you need to think outside of the box. And I definitely, even though this is a barrel, it's not a box. Yes, I understand that. But I feel like there's something about needing to really kind of think outside the box here, Leo, and that's exactly what I would do. But pretty good reading. I feel like there are positive changes coming in for you, infinite possibilities as well. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.